Hello, mermaids. So I'm excited because I am launching a free training, a free weekly training as of today, and this is going to be the first one. I've called it Mermaids and Sacred Business. So the mermaids part is broad. We're going to talk about everything from star seeds, well, anything really starseed, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about some Pleiadian Lightwork techniques, but mermaids might also include talking about the divine feminine, the priestess path, our connection with water, the ocean, etc. And then the sacred business part is pretty obvious. We're going to weave in sacred business teachings as well. So I'm excited about today's topic, the first topic in this weekly training, which, like I said, is Pleiadian Lightwork Techniques. So we're getting right into things. We're not starting general or vanilla. We're going right for it. So, what are Pleiadian Lightwork Techniques and why are we talking about them today? Well, in order to discuss what Pleiadian Lightwork Techniques are, we first want to pause and talk about who the Pleiadians are. So this video today is not designed to go all into who the Pleiadians are. It's more about what their teachings are for us at this time. But if we just want to be sort of quick and, connect with them, of course, for a moment, because this is where these teachings are coming from. The Pleiades is a group of stars in the universe, in the magical universe that we're living in. And the Pleiadians are very high frequency beings. And they're very conscious, they're very aware of their multidimensionality, and they are very sort of far beyond how humans have evolved. They are in very high dimensions and have a lot of understandings and wisdom for us. But we can also think about the Pleiadians being us, because a teacher that I really love and follow, Matt Kahn, maybe you know him, he says one of his teachings is that the first place in the cosmos that our souls sort of start, our individual souls journey, is the Pleiades. So according to Matt Kahn, and that resonated with me, according to Matt Kahn, every single being on this planet, including you, already has a connection to the Pleiades and has already existed and lived within the Pleiades. So this means that if we're learning these Pleiadian lightwork techniques to help us stay grounded and centered and activated on this planet, then there's going to be something already a little bit familiar about these techniques to us, or there's going to be already this connection. So I find that interesting. So I'm happy to see some of you finding me live. So if you are live or if you're on replay, I would love if you could just let me know that you're here. I'd love to see your comments. I'll ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question that's connected to the light rays, actually. I want to know what your favorite color is right now. I'm really, really into working with colors and light. And I would just really be curious to see what color y'all are vibrating with right now. I'd also love if you're live to let me know if my video is coming across clearly, because it's sort of glitchy in how I can see it showing up for me. Sometimes this means that it's glitchy on your end, and sometimes that means it's totally okay. So if you could let me know in the comments, that would be amazing. And sometimes the comments don't even come through. There's a couple things that I'm looking at that just look really weird right now. But I'm just going to keep going. And if I need to redo this video, I will. So, okay, so that's a little bit about the Pleiadians, right? Meredith says, violet or really light purple. Amazing. Meredith, do you work with the violet ray? Do you work with that violet light? Melina says, or Melina, I'm not sure, sorry, says a wee bit glitchy. Meredith says not glitchy for me. Okay, well, we'll see. Yeah, hopefully it'll be okay, but thank you so much for letting me know. Okay. So the Pleiadian Lightwork Techniques, why am I bringing these forward at this time? Well, I recently joined a mystery school training. And in this mystery school training, we're learning, similar techniques to what I've been practicing for years now, that are very similar to the Pleiadian techniques that have been taught to me by teachers. And as I was doing these techniques, I was like, yeah, man, I've been doing these for years. And I realized that while I'm in this mystery school and it's so powerful and it's so powerful for everyone, I'm like, I have been practicing this for years. My life has been changed by it, but I'm not teaching these things. And it's just so interesting when you have those aha moments of like, I have all this, inside of me that's going to be really beneficial if I bring it forth, and it just hasn't been brought forth yet. So that's why I really wanted to share these teachings with you. Why are the Pleiadian lightworking techniques important? Why are what we're going to, go through in terms of daily energy practices that you can do important? Well, right now, always, but really especially right now, it's so important that we have this direct connection with our higher selves, with source energy, and that we're aware of our sovereignty. So this means that it's important that we're able to hear ourselves and that we're actually in our own bodies, because this planet is going through, as you know, massive changes. And, there's much talk about there being a spiritual war on this planet that goes far beyond what we can see in the 3D matrix, in the 3D realms. So we need all hands on board right now. We need all the light workers. We need all the starseeds. We need all the healers to activate themselves and to show up for duty each and every single day. And when you do the techniques like what I'm going to be teaching about and sharing about shortly, you're able to show up for duty. You're able to receive your own energy in your body. And you're able to be more powerful. So if you do these practices that I'm about to teach you every day or most days, there's going to be several things that happen. One, you're going to find it a lot easier to receive guidance from your higher self and from your spirit guides and angels. You're going to feel more connected, more in tune. And that's really important right now in these times. It's important that we're connected to our guidance, our compasses, right? You're also going to find that you're clearer, and this feeds into what I just spoke about, a lot clearer on your soul's mission and your life's purpose and your reason for being on this planet. And you're not going to be one of those people that's confused. They don't know why they're here. They don't know what to be doing in their lives. They feel lost. Once you begin practicing daily techniques, again, like I'm about to teach you, I'm sorry, I'm really building it up, you're going to feel like I'm really connected to my soul's mission. And Melina says, I hope that's how I say your name. Yes, been getting the message that it's time for me to stop hiding and show up with my light work and heart work, right? I was really feeling that last night with all the elections and everything that's happening in the world. I'm like, I know my role. My role is a spiritual activist. My role is to awaken consciousness. And you're feeling that too, right? Just this invitation of just like show up more and have it be imperfect. Like for me today, like I don't feel very centered today. Like I have this thing going on in my head. I need to move from where I'm living. It's so damp and it's moldy in my house, and it affects me. It's really starting to affect me, and I'm moving very, very soon. And it would be so easy for me to be like, no, I planned on going live today, but I'm not going to go live today. I feel kind of weird and off. But, just realizing that just showing up, just show up and have it be imperfect and share your teachings in your heart with people, because we're so needed. So without further ado, we're going to get into these Pleiadian Lightwork techniques. Where have I learned these techniques from? I'm going to take off my sweater. Okay, we need big shout outs here, because these techniques were not downloaded necessarily just by me through meditation. There's how they kind of connect in. There's some pieces that my intuition sort of filled in, but these have come to me through dedicated teachers and dedicated light workers that I've been practicing for quite a while now, and have really felt the effects of my life, and I want to share. And I'm kind of taking from multiple teachers. So Melina says, "Oh my gosh, I'm wobbly today as well." In my head, yeah, this whole thing in my life right now, we're addressing, but we're just doing our best. Okay, so teachers, Solara An Ra, I really highly recommend her on YouTube. Go get her meditations, amazing. Amorah Quan Yin, I'm typing these into the chat. And also I'm going to be sharing this on IGTV and YouTube, so holla if you're joining replay from there as well. You can't see that in the chat. So Solara An Ra, Amorah Quan Yin, Kaia Ra, these teachers that have really helped me hone in on my spiritual practice and understand what's important. So let's talk about what we do. Okay, with the Pleiadian Lightwork Techniques, we do these practices daily or as best as we can. I don't do all of these practices every single day, but I'll do at least some of them every single day, if not all of them in consecutive order. So ideally, you're going to be doing these practices in the morning, close to when you're waking up, but you can practice them at any time during the day. If you were not feeling stoked in the morning, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you went straight to social media, I get it, that happens to me too. Come back later and practice these techniques at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. That's also going to be really, really helpful. But ideally, it's in the morning. So in the morning, what we do, and there's multiple Pleiadian Lightwork techniques. I'm choosing the ones that I feel like are most important for us to know now, and we can build later on, okay? So in the morning, we establish our pillar of light. Okay, so I'm going to be going through different steps of these Pleiadian Lightwork techniques. We establish our pillar of light. So first thing, we ground into the heart of Mama Gaia. We don't just ground into the soil beneath us or about 12 feet beneath us and put some tree roots in. We are sending a cord of light directly into the heart of Gaia. Now here's what's interesting. Most of my audience is women, so this is going to be really interesting for you. In the Pleiadian teachings, you ground, if you're a woman, through your second chakra, not your root. It goes through your root, but it starts in your second chakra. Okay, so this is different than a lot of the grounding techniques that you'll find that really, talk about going through your root. That's what I was, teaching and sharing for a long time. Okay, down through my spine and through my root and grounding. That's going to be helpful. That's going to be totally awesome. But if we're talking about Pleiadian Lightwork techniques and Pleiadian teachings, we are actually, as women, grounding from our second chakra. And if you're a man, and this is, if you're, identified differently than how you were born, just go with what feels good. Your root chakra. If you're a man, you ground into Gaia through your root chakra. So that is the first part of the pillar of light. So we're sending a cord of light down. And we are going to be doing a guided meditation after I explain all of these practices, okay? So you're going to actually get to go through them step by step. We're going to do about, a 5 or 10 minute practice after this. And I will be recording a guided not an MP3. I'm going to record a guided meditation of these and put it on YouTube later on this week, so that you'll be able to do these. You get out of bed, you put that meditation on, and you're good to go. You don't have to remember or think about it too much. So first step in the pillar of light, we're grounding into the core of the earth. And then we're bringing that light up through the central channel. You're probably aware that the spinal column is really, really important. That central channel is where so much light and prana and life force flows through us. And then we're bringing this light, we're going to, go into our hearts, and we're going to shoot up our energy through our higher chakras. There are cosmic chakras above our head. There's a soul star, the cosmic, what did Solara call it? The cosmic star portal. I am still unclear about these higher chakras because so many teachers say so many different things, and so I'm still sifting through what feels right and resonant to me. However, what we can fully understand, what I do fully understand, is that there are chakras above our head, and as we send our light up, we just consciously want to open these higher chakras, and we can say something like, I open my cosmic star portal now, right? So I'm grounding into the core of Gaia, and then I'm opening up my cosmic star portal, and then what do we do with that light after? We have a few different options depending on what feels good for you. So we can go and we can hook into and pillar into the sun, into our sun. This is really, really powerful. You could stop here if you wanted. You just see your light going through your crown up into the core of the sun. And the sun is a powerful being, a conscious being, and so many codes for evolution and our ascension come through the sun. But you can also keep going. You can bring your pillar of light and you can bring it into Alcyone, which is the Pleiadian central sun, because a Pleiadian has multiple stars, and stars are suns. So you can just intend, okay, and your intention is good enough, you can just land and hook right up into Alcyone. And I'll write that in the chat description. Nikki says, fun, yeah, Nikki. We're having a Pleiadian party. I believe that's how you spell Alcyone. I might have gotten it a little bit wrong, but that's kind of the vibe. So, and for those not on the Facebook Live, it's Alcyone. I think that's how you spell it, but like that's what. Okay, and then we can go higher. We can actually go, or different. We can go to Sirius, and we can plug into Sirius. Technically, Sirius is 2 stars. But there's a bigger star, Sirius A, I believe. It doesn't really matter. Just plug into Sirius, the light of Sirius, right? And then we can go further. We can go all the way into the Great Central Sun. So the Great Central Sun is like the heart of the galaxy. Everything is technically sort of like orbiting around and moving in connection with the Great Central Sun. If you think about, of course, our solar system around our sun, you can think about a lot more going on around the Great Central Sun. And you can go right into there, and you can put your pillar of light right into the Great Central Sun. So I've given 4 steps, because in my favorite Pleiadian channeled meditation, or in one of the Pleiadian channeled meditations by Solara An Ra, she brings us through all 4, the sun, Alcyone of the Pleiades, Sirius, and the Great Central Sun, and I just really like it. So that's what I'm bringing to you and sharing with you. Okay, so that's a pillar of light, and then we're plugging in there, and then we're going to bring that light back. So we're bringing this high vibrational, high dimensional light through, and then this is where I'm adding my own, this isn't my own. Oh, there's so many amazing teachers. Like Drunvalo Melchizidek is like originally where I found these teachings, but these are like also ancient Egyptian teachings, and there's a couple things I just know from my intuition that I'm going to share. Okay, so this is just a mix of everything, but it's all coming from light and just magic and love, okay? So once we've got the pillar, we bring above and below into our hearts. This is an ancient technique. This is something that indigenous people have practiced. This is something that Atlanteans, Lemurians, ancient Egyptians, like this is an ancient, super simple technique of bringing light from above and light from below into the heart space and letting them merge. And my own intuition and my inner sight of what I see happening is I see almost like, in physics class, back in the day when you're in science class or whatever, maybe, no, it wasn't physics, I'm sorry, probably like chemistry, that's what it was. You have the reactions, you mix a couple things together and it's like, boom. This is what I see happening. Well, we have the light from above and below. It creates this, I call it an alchemical reaction, and it goes, and it opens the heart. And what I see happen is we have these angel wings behind our back. We have angel wings that sprout from the back of our heart. And what I see happening is with a light from above and light from below, it blasts through the heart, and it unfurls the angel wings and brings them really, really big, and they're just like, whoa, and it sort of expands the aura, and it creates this powerful aura, this powerful energetic. Okay, so once we do the pillar of light, we're gonna blast it in. The angel wings, woo, are gonna happen, and it's gonna be great. Just looking at my notes. Okay, and then what we're gonna do. Again, I'm taking select Pleiadian lightworking teachings and other things that come from my intuition and other teachers, bringing them all together and how, like, my favorites, what I think is important. After that, we're going to do the golden shower. So what we can do is we're going to visualize light, golden sunlight, showering our aura, maybe about 3 feet in all directions. We see this golden rain shower. What this does is it cleanses, clears, and heals our aura. This is really, really important. The amount of clients that I work with and I see, and then we're going to build on this as well for boundaries, that have fairly weak boundaries, and their auras are just full of like other people's stuff, and they don't have like distinct boundaries in their aura, is like a lot of people, and it affects a lot. It affects your business, it affects how you feel, it affects your moods. You're intuitive, you're smart, you've experienced what it feels like when your boundaries are low and people are kind of like, all this energy is coming in. So what these techniques are really good for is claiming your aura. And yeah, it protects you. But like, to me, I more think about it like, this is my human body that I was gifted. These are my light body, my energy bodies, my energy field. Like, this is mine. Like, this is my sovereign gift of my soul, of my body, and I'm sealing it up so that it's like, bam, I'm here. And like, what I choose is what I choose for this field. And like, that's just how it's going to be. So it's kind of like that warrior energy, right? Okay. So we have the golden rain shower, and then what you can do after the golden rain shower is you can work with the violet flame, which I just, referenced earlier in this video. You can bring the violet flame forth, and you can see violet fire fully surrounding your aura. And for those of you who haven't worked with the violet flame, or you don't know what it is, every color of light has specific properties and specific attributes to it. And when we bring this violet light, this like ultraviolet, this bright purple light, and we start working with that, the property that light has, it's a transmuter. It transmutes. So it can take really dense frequency, it can take fear, it can take stagnation, it can take distortion, and it will alchemize it through the violet light, very high vibrational spiritual light. It will alchemize it, and it will bring it to coherence. It will bring it to like source energy. It will bring it into the light. It will bring it into a more positive sort of energy. So we bring the violet flame, and we just see our whole aura surrounded by violet light. And again, we're going to get into a guided meditation soon, and I'll be recording a free one on YouTube that you can access later this week. If you want to make sure you get this free guided meditation that's going to hop on YouTube, go to the description of this video, and if you're, in our group, seeing this, somewhere on Facebook, and go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me on YouTube, Beth Katherine. So Meredith said, this is really crazy to hear. I've never channeled anything that I've known of and haven't listened to any Pleiadian teachings, but I've been doing almost exactly this during all of my recent meditations just intuitively. I love it. Isn't it super fun how we're all so connected and we're just getting things that are really, really powerful and they're important. The thing that I do want to share too, these are Pleiadian Lightwork Techniques, but also there's other star nations, such as the Arcturians, such as the Sirians, such as Andromeda, Lyrans, like, that will teach these techniques as well, or teach very similar techniques. So this isn't just like, oh my god, this is only Pleiadian, and anybody that talks about ever can only talk about it being Pleiadian. Okay. couple more pieces before we're actually going to practice this. Once the violet flame, we've done that, we're going to surround our aura now that we've cleansed it and we've cleared it and we've gotten other people's bullshit out of there. Love you, peace. We are going to seal our aura in about 3 inches of golden light. So we're going to see this big egg shape around us. It might be 2 feet or 3 feet out. Amorah Quan Yin, who wrote the Pleiadian workbooks, she's deceased now, started teaching this material in the 90s and earlier than the 90s. She suggests that you have your aura about 3 feet out of your body. So you can play around with that and feel if it feels good or if you want it smaller or bigger. And just feel into the difference that makes. But once you have like the boundaries of your aura kind of intuitively set and what feels good, you're going to put about 3 inches, give or take, of golden light. And it's going to look, if someone could see you through their third eye outside, they'd be looking at a giant golden egg. So Melina says, I've been doing something super similar with my dragon energy that I know comes from the cosmos. Wild. I love it. Yeah, you can think about that golden egg being a dragon egg if you want. I do sometimes. Okay, we're going to keep going, people. We've got a couple more steps. And then what you can do once you see that golden egg, this is why it's going to be great. I'm going to guide you through this, so it's just going to be intuitive for you. You can see 2 colors surrounding that golden egg. Again, this comes from Amorah Quan Yin's teachings in the Pleiadian workbook. You can surround that golden egg with sapphire blue light, like a royal blue light. And then if you really want to have strong boundaries in your aura, you can add past that the violet flame, a violet light. So it's going to look like, okay, now that gold has been surrounded by a blue egg, and now it's been surrounded by a violet flame egg. Every time I put the violet flame around that egg, that's when I really feel it. And I'm like, yeah, this is like really working. This is super cool. And then the final piece, which is not necessarily a Pleiadian technique, this is just starseed lightworker practices, is you can call in any mentors, any multidimensional mentors and guides that you would like to work with that day. So this might be, all right, I call Archangel Michael around me, and Archangel Michael will, come outside of your aura and protect you. Call Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Jophiel, Metatron. You can call in Ascended Masters in the Sophia Code. I'm a student of the Sophia Code in the Mystery School led by Kaia Ra. We work with the 8 Key Code Ascended Masters revealed of the Sophia Code, which are White Buffalo Woman in the north, Isis in the northeast, Hathor in the east, Green Tara in the southeast, Mother Mary in the south, Mary Magdalene in the southwest, Quan Yin in the west, and the Sophia Dragons, the Holy Seraphim, in the northwest. So whatever you're tuning into, if you're really into working with Mary Magdalene, if you're really into wanting to work with the angelic realms, if you're, working with the Sophia Code, whatever, like, you can just call in these mentors to surround you and ask, like, thank you for guiding me and mentoring me throughout this day. So that's the flow. And the last piece is sort of optional, but, really recommended. And if you are calling these mentors, and my suggestion would be call in the same ones every day. You can add to them for sure, but if you're like, hey, I really want to learn from Isis, call Isis in every day and ask for mentorship and place her just outside of your aura. Important note, the Sophia Code Mystery School makes this really clear, and it's important, is you're not calling these masters like in your aura and like as you and getting all up in your grill. You are a master yourself. So you're like, this is my egg, this is my aura, this is my higher self light, and I'm calling in mentorship to hang out with me, right? Okay, so with that, I'm going to get into a little bit of a guided meditation for you. And before I do that, I again just want to share, if you're watching this outside of the sisterhood, I haven't shared this yet. If you're watching this outside of the sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon, and I'm sharing the replay somewhere outside of it, if you want to get these weekly teachings, which I'm calling Mermaids in Sacred Business, free, join us in our Facebook group, Sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon. It's awesome. We love it here. And if you're wanting to get free guided meditations that are going to walk you through these Pleiadian practices and so much more, I'm going to be starting to put so many more free guided meditations on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. You can find me at Beth Katherine, Katherine with a K. All right. So with that, let's close our eyes, taking a deep breath in. And get ready just for a few minutes of working with these Pleiadian Lightwork Techniques. And we're just going to feel into what a difference it makes for us, how we're feeling. Okay, so as you breathe in, if you are a woman, you're going to send your grounding cord from your second chakra, your womb. If you are a man, you're going to send your cord from your root. If you're somewhere in between, you're not super identified, just pick whatever feels best. That's cool. And grounding that cord from that chakra, the cord might be about 6 inches in diameter, and you're going to send that cord down. What I didn't mention is that this cord can be any color of light that feels good to you. Typically, people associate grounding into Mama Gaia with the lower chakra colors, especially red. It doesn't have to be red, this grounding cord. It can be, but it could be a sapphire blue, it could be white, it could be amber, it could be violet, it could be yellow. Just feel into whatever color of light feels really good and connect right into the core crystal of Mama Gaia, right in the center. There is a spot that has your soul's name on it that you get to just connect deeply with the core of the earth now. And when you feel like you've connected, like that electric socket to a plug kind of feeling, like, ooh, I'm just connected right in, breathing the energy from Mama Gaia back up through that cord, and breathing this light through your spine, letting your body be filled with the light of Mama Gaia. And moving that light now into your heart and intending that that light is now traveling up through your throat, your third eye, your crown. You're going to open your soul star and your cosmic star portal, and you're going to send that light from above, up. And first we're going to go and we're going to pillar into the center of the sun, our sun, and our solar system. And we're going to say, hello, sun, I love you, sun, receiving the light codes, feeling into what it feels like to be connected to the center of the sun. And then we're going to go up. We're going to keep that cord going and just intend that you're going to pillar in to Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades. You don't have to know what it is, what it looks like, where it is. Your higher self knows. So just anchor right into the center of Alcyone. And then as you move through the Pleiadian energies of Alcyone, notice what colors are coming to you. Whatever you see is perfect. We're going to go up to Sirius. We're going to connect right into Sirius and feeling into the center of Sirius, the bigger star of Sirius. And then keep that pillar of light going up into the great central sun. Big sun, very high vibrational, where a lot of your guides, you can meet your guides and you can really pillar into some really high vibrational, high dimensional energy. Just feel your awareness enter into the center of the great central sun, and then on your next inhale, start to suck all that energy down through that pillar of light, going through the great central sun, Sirius, Alcyone, the sun, into your crown, bringing that pillar of light all the way down through your central channel in your body. You might even want to go and send some of that light down into Gaia again with that pillar that you've already created and feel it bounce up from the center of Gaia. So this pillar of light is really well established. And then bringing your awareness into your heart. You could even place one or both hands on your heart. Breathing in the energies from above and below into your heart, in the center of your chest, your heart chakra. And feeling in a sense of gratitude. What do you love? What are you grateful for in this moment? Allowing that gratitude to mix with the energies from above and the energies from below. And feeling into this alchemical reaction that is going to blast open your angel wings as they unfurl from the back of your heart and give those angel wings a really nice big flap. And you can feel into your heart again, mixing the energies from above and below. And activating your angel wings once more, giving them a big flap. Your angel wings might show up as traditional angel wings, could be fairy wings, dragon wings, butterfly wings, whatever you see as perfect. And now visualizing a golden rain shower to cleanse and clear your aura now. If you're somewhere where you can make sound, you can say out loud, I call a golden rain shower to cleanse and clear my aura now. And whether you can say that aloud or it's just silently, you can just see just so much light, like liquid golden light, a few feet out from your body in all directions, including underneath your feet. And you're just going to cleanse your aura, this golden liquid light, trusting that the golden light is doing all the work for you, so you can just receive and breathe. And in the teachings of Amorah Quan Yin, she actually recommends that you do this from 2 to 5 minutes. We won't be doing it that long in this session, but we will in the guided meditation that will show up on YouTube. So just taking a few moments to see that golden rain shower around you. I can feel you. I can feel the energy of the beings that are doing this right now. And instantly there is a difference in our collective energy together. So this is definitely working. And then you can see the golden rain shower just start to dissipate as this violet flame starts to fill your aura. You can bring the violet flame into your body as well if you'd like. And it's this violet purifying fire that surrounds you. It's powerful. There are a few beings who are custodians of this fire, including Saint Germain, Archangel Zadkiel, and his female energy, Angel Archaea Purity. So welcoming Zadkiel and Purity and Saint Germain in and just asking for assistance and allowing this violet flame to cleanse and clear our aura and transmute any density or static from our energy fields, from our bodies, from our chakras, from our aura now. And this is also what's going to really support releasing other people's energy from your aura that's not serving you. So if you have anybody that's been in your field and you're like, I just feel like I need some more spaciousness to breathe, just see violet fire, just taking care of that with love, not fighting it, just giving it back to source, giving it back to their higher selves. It might even be the world's energy, because Lord knows there's a lot going on right now. So we're just violet flaming. And once you've done that, you see that violet flame under you, above you, to the left, to the right, in front of you, behind you. You can see that dissipating, dissolving now, thanking the violet flame. And you can see golden sunlight just pouring around you, creating a crust of golden light around your egg-shaped aura. So you now are surrounded with golden light. Once you have this golden light surrounding your aura, you can add in a sapphire blue light, a royal blue light around the gold. And just knowing that your intention is enough. If it's hard for you to visualize, not to worry, just be in your heart and just intend. I intend that there's a royal blue fire light all around my golden egg now, my golden egg aura. And finally, we're going to place the violet flame, the violet light around that sapphire blue and just really sealing it in, really having strong boundaries. So many light workers are deficient in. We're going to put our boundaries on. Hey, this is my sovereign body, my sovereign energy field. It's my choice, what reality, what world I want to live in. So putting that violet flame around and knowing that we are embodiments of our higher self's angelic light, and we command that we live in light. We live in love. Of course, honoring the sacred darkness, the black womb of no thing. So breathing in, now that your violet flame is around your aura. And if you would like, we can call in some angels and ascended masters for mentorship, for guidance. So go ahead and call in anyone who you'd like to call in. You can literally just say, hey, this being, I call you in to be my mentor. So you might call in Archangel Michael, any of the archangels, Isis, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Hathor, Jesus. So many beings that you can call in. If you're ever calling someone new in that you want to work with, always call them in with the preface of divine light. So if I want to call in, say, I'm curious about Isis, but I've never worked with Isis. Well, I can tell you, you can trust Isis, but if you want to be extra sure and you're new, you say, I call in Isis of the divine light to mentor me now. So this ensures that the beings that we're calling in for mentorship are of the light. They're serving the divine will. They serve unconditional love. So there's a lot of beings telling you about a lot of beings, and not all of them are, what people are saying there, right? So we can call of divine light. If you are learning about dragons and you're like, oh, I really want to call in a sapphire blue dragon, I call upon the sapphire blue dragons of the divine light. Right? So just practice that. You bring these beings around you now. Taking a deep breath in, thanking them for their mentorship and their support and their protection today. And just one last deep breath. Just feel your higher self now fully filling your cells in your golden egg of light, your circle of empowerment, just breathing in your higher self through every cell, seeing every cell activated. And when you're ready, there is no rush. You can open your eyes back to this space. So welcome back, and notice how you're feeling, taking a deep breath in, drinking some water if you'd like. And this is something that you can do every morning. There's lots of versions of this. There's more techniques that I didn't share that you could do. We can talk about later. You can distill this down. This morning I woke up and the first thing I did is I just showered myself in golden rain shower. So you can take certain practices of this and just work with those specific ones to see how that feels as well. Trust your intuition. These practices are powerful, and they're extra powerful when they're practiced in a sequence like this. So thanks for joining the first, episode of Mermaids and Sacred Business. By the way, what we just did really will help your finances, your sacred business. Like, this is about tuning into our power and our divinity and the flow of abundance. So this is really what's behind me having a successful spiritual business, getting to do the things that I love to do, passionate about, getting paid very well for them, are these practices, right? Of just tuning in and making it a priority. So blessings, much love. I will be sharing the guided meditation for that again on YouTube. So make sure to just subscribe, and let's continue this conversation as we move forward. Melina says, beautiful, thank you. Melina, you didn't tell me how to say your name, so yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in, and blessings on your journey. Really grateful for your presence.